Stop scrolling. Mercedes didn't just tweak the C Class for 2026. They turned their baby Benz into a mini S Class with the heart of a sports sedan and the brain of a flagship EV. This is the new Mercedes-Benz C Class 2026. And today on New Car Insider, we're going to find out if this is still the entry point into the brand or the new sweet spot of the entire lineup. From the outside, the 2026 C Class looks like it was drawn with one continuous line. The silhouette is lower and sleeker, with a longer hood, a subtly stretched wheelbase, and a roofline that flows cleanly into the short rear deck. The grille stands more upright and confident, framed by ultra-slim LED headlights with triple-segment daytime running lights that instantly mark it out as the newest generation. A crisper shoulder line, flush door handles on some trims, and carefully sculpted side surfacing give the car a more muscular rear-drive stance without screaming for attention. At the back, the design stays elegant but adds drama. The taillights are now narrow horizontal blades that extend into the trunk lid, connected by a polished trim strip that visually widens the car. A subtle lip spoiler, neatly integrated exhaust surrounds, and a tidy diffuser complete the look. On AMG line cars and the new AMG Light variants, you get 19-inch wheels, gloss black trim, a small rear spoiler, and a meaner front bumper that hint at the performance upgrades underneath without going full boy racer. Under the hood, every regular C Class now shares the same core recipe. A 2.0-liter turbocharged inline-4 paired with a 48-volt mild hybrid system. It produces 255 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque, sent through a 9-speed automatic to either the rear wheels or 4MATIC all-wheel drive. That mild hybrid hardware doesn't just boost fuel economy, it fills in torque at low RPM, smooths out the stop-start system, and gives the car a small electric shove off the line so it feels stronger than the numbers suggest. Fuel economy around 25 miles per gallon city and 35 highway means you're getting real performance without punishing running costs. If that's not enough for you, the AMG side of the family steps in. AMG models spin the same 2-liter architecture up to 416 horsepower with an electric exhaust gas turbo, while the top performance versions pair that engine with a powerful rear-axle electric motor for a system output that can climb well past 600 horsepower and 750 pound-feet of torque. That's hyper-hatch power in a compact luxury sedan, with all the high-speed composure and traction you'd expect from a modern Mercedes. On the road, the standard C Class is tuned for balance. The 9-speed automatic shifts unobtrusively in comfort mode and snaps off quicker, more decisive changes in sport. The mild hybrid system smooths low-speed driving and mass turbo lag, so acceleration feels linear and relaxed. Suspension tuning keeps things supple over rough city streets, but there's enough firmness to prevent float on the highway. With rear-wheel drive, the car feels light on its feet, Spec 4MATIC, and you add all-weather confidence without losing that rear-bias character. Inside is where the 2026 C Class really jumps a generation. The cabin looks and feels like a scaled-down S Class. A fully digital gauge cluster sits ahead of the driver, while the center of the dash is dominated by an 11.9-inch portrait-oriented touchscreen angled slightly toward you. Together, they run the latest MBUX infotainment system with crisp graphics, fast responses, natural language voice control, user profiles, and routines that learn your habits over time. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are wireless, over-the-air updates keep features fresh, and a surround view camera setup is now available as a standalone option. Materials and comfort take a big step up. Even base cars come with heated front seats, a leather steering wheel, dual-zone climate control, and tasteful open-pore wood or metal weave trims. Step up the trim ladder and you unlock ambient lighting that wraps around the doors and dash, a panoramic sunroof, ventilated seats, and a Burmester audio system that makes the small cabin feel like a boutique listening room. Fit and finish are excellent. Everything you touch feels solid and carefully damped, more in line with larger Mercedes sedans than previous generations of C Class. Tech and safety are comprehensively covered. Standard kit includes keyless start, front and rear parking sensors, automatic parking assist, a rear-view camera, and a full suite of active safety aids like forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking, blind spot assist, and lane keeping assist. Adaptive cruise control with stop and go and lane centering is available, bringing the car close to level 2 semi-autonomy on the highway. MBUX also lets you customize driver profiles, so the car can load your preferred seat positions, climate settings, and navigation destinations the moment you step inside. In daily use, the C Class feels exactly like what it aims to be, a compact luxury sedan that doesn't feel like a compromise. Rear passengers get enough legroom for adults, thanks to the slightly stretched wheelbase, and rear ventilation plus USB-C outlets make longer trips comfortable. The trunk offers plenty of space for luggage or weekly shopping, and the split-fold rear seats mean you can carry longer items without moving up to an SUV. It's practical, but not at the expense of style or driving enjoyment. The real magic of the 2026 C Class, though, is how it blends its personalities. Driven gently, it's quiet, composed, and almost soothing. Exactly what you want in traffic or on a long commute. Push harder on a back road, flick into Sport or Sport Plus, and the steering weight's up. The gearbox holds lower ratios, and the mild hybrid system helps the Turbo 4 feel more urgent. Body control tightens, and the car turns in with precision that encourages you to keep going, corner after corner. It's not a raw sports sedan, but it has a depth of talent that makes spirited driving genuinely rewarding. So who is the new Mercedes-Benz C Class 2026 for? It's for buyers who want the S-Class experience. Tech, comfort, polish, scaled down to a more affordable, more manageable size. It's for people who are ready to move on from mainstream sedans but don't want the bulk of an SUV. And in AMG form, it's for enthusiasts who want serious performance wrapped in a suit that can still show up at the office or the opera. In a world where many brands are phasing out sedans entirely, the 2026 C Class stands out as a clear statement from Mercedes. The compact luxury sedan is alive and evolving, and they fully intend to keep setting the benchmark. Tell me in the comments, if you were shopping in this segment, would you choose the C Class over a BMW 3 Series or Audi A4? And would you stick with the C300 or wait for the full AMG punch? If this deep dive helped you see the new C Class in a different light, hit that like button, subscribe to New Car Insider, and ring the bell so you don't miss our upcoming comparison where we stack this car up head-to-head against its biggest rivals. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.